In this video, I'm going to show you how to bleed the brakes on a Honda Accord. If you need any parts, check us out at 1aauto.com. Let's get started under the hood. Okay, let's get started on our brake bleed. We'll have to make our way under the hood. Along the driver's side, attached to the firewall, is where you're going to find your brake fluid master cylinder. If you give this a little wiggle, you can see the level right along the side here. Let's make sure that the area is clean. We'll remove the cap and give it a quick inspection. Looking in this area, it tells you exactly what type of fluid to use. In this application, it says .3 and .4. The next thing we'll do is start removing the fluid from inside of the master cylinder. On this master cylinder, it has a small screen. We'll pull that out of the way with a small pick. Continue on to removing all the fluid inside this area. After that, we'll fill it up with some brand new fluid. To remove the fluid, you can use a little vacuum like this, remove as much fluid as possible, and recycle it as needed. I have a vacuum powered by air, so I'll use that. Once you've removed as much fluid as possible, reinstall your screen in the area. Now we'll fill up the master cylinder with clean .3 or .4 brake fluid. Once you've done so, you can continue on to reinstalling the cap. We'll safely raise and support the vehicle and remove all wheels. Now the specific bleeding procedure for this particular vehicle starts at the left front. The process will be the exact same thing for each and every wheel. We'll be starting here, make our way over to the right front, then to the right rear, ending at the left rear. In between each one of these wheels, we'll be making sure that we check the brake fluid along the way, because you want to make sure you never run dry. To bleed the brakes, it's going to be the same exact thing for each and every wheel along the way. Bleeding the brakes will be easiest with two people. You want one person inside of the vehicle and one person out. The person inside of the vehicle is going to pump up the brake pedal till it's nice and firm. Let us know. While they're holding it, I'm going to open up the bleeder screw. We'll be watching the fluid coming out of here, making sure it's not dirty, and also paying attention for air bubbles. I'll be continuing on with this bottle so I can collect the fluid. Just right along here. If you don't have a bottle to collect the fluid, you could also just use a collection receptacle. Just be careful not to get this fluid on your skin or on the ground. The next thing we'll do is have that person up inside the vehicle pump up the brake pedal, hold it, and let us know. Once they've done so, I'm going to loosen this with a 10mm and we'll start bleeding out the brake fluid, paying attention to it coming through the hose. Go ahead and pump up the brake pedal. Now the good news is I did not see any air coming out of this, but I do want to ensure that I get all the old fluid out of the system making its way down to here. So I'm going to repeat this process a couple more times. Pump.
Hold it. Floor.
Pump.
Hold it.
Okay, at this point, we repeated the process several times on this caliper. At this point, I'm sure that we have clean brake fluid inside of the braking system leading to the left front. We'll close off the bleeder screw and clean up our mess. Once you have it snug, go ahead and torque it to 7 foot-pounds. Clean up your mess. We'll reinstall our bleeder screw cover. Go ahead and pump up the brake pedal. All right, you can release. The bleeder screw cover out of here. Go ahead and pump.
Hold it.
You can release. Now that we've filled up that brake fluid, remove the bleeder screw cover. Go ahead and pump.
Hold it.
All right, you can release. Once you've bled all the brakes, we'll continue on to making sure that that master cylinder is full up to the top. You also want to have a look at the cap here. Typically, when you're bleeding the brakes, this will push out a little bit. Just use a glove finger and press it right back in. We'll use our .3 or .4 brake fluid and bring it right up to the maximum line that you can see on the side of the master cylinder. Reinstall your cap, make sure it's secure so no dirt or moisture make its way into the braking system. At this point, you can go ahead and close the hood, reinstall your wheels, and torque those to 80 foot-pounds. Okay friend, the car's back together. I hope this video helped you. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you can be kept up with all of our latest content. Thanks for watching.